There are many different types of atheists, and I think that we should embrace that when it comes to conversations about religion. What's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Kevin, and I'm an atheist who lives in the Bible Belt. I've listened to a lot of different conversations between atheists and theists. I've watched religious debates, and one thing has become clear to me: there are many different types of atheists. Now, let's just set the record straight. The only thing that atheist means is that we lack a belief in God. So, of course, there are going to be a lot of different kinds of atheists. There are atheists who are Democrats. There are atheists who are Republicans. There are atheists who are vegans. There are atheists who eat nothing but steak. So, the only thing we have in common is that we lack a belief in God. That's what makes an atheist an atheist. But I'm specifically talking about atheists who engage in religious conversations or debates. I used to work in sales, and one of my coworkers said something that always sort of stood out to me. He said that potential customers or prospects might not connect with me. They might connect with another salesperson and his style. And I always was like, yeah, that's true. This customer over here might not like me, but they might like somebody else that works with me, and then they get that account. And vice versa, the next person might hate them but like me. Now, it's not like atheists are trying to sell anything or actively deconvert anyone from religion. Maybe some of them are, but I would like to think that most are not trying to get people to leave their religion. But I think the salesperson analogy sort of fits here because some theists are going to like some atheists and hate others. Some might hate my approach when I talk to them, but they might like other people, and those other people might make points that resonate with them a little bit more. So what I'm saying is, I think that it takes all kinds of atheists to converse with theists. Maybe people will disagree with me, I don't know. So what I thought I would do is talk about the different styles and types of atheists that I see. First up, you have what I'm going to call the nice atheists. These are the ones who are just looking for conversation. They're trying hard not to offend. They just want to ask questions. So I think about methods like street epistemology in this category. They just want to talk. They want you to walk away from the conversation and have that pebble in your shoe analogy. So like when you walk, you feel that pebble in your shoe and you remember things from the conversation. Next up, I have what I'm calling the mocking atheists, which I think I would probably put Richard Dawkins in this category, although he could probably go in several of these categories. So here we're talking about atheists who say things like, you couldn't possibly believe that's true. You don't really believe that, do you? You know, like Bill Maher, maybe. Why do I think that these types of atheists are necessary? Because it might get people's wheels turning. Like if you point out the absurdities in different religious beliefs, then it might just dislodge something like, yeah, maybe that is sort of a ridiculous belief that I hold. Next up, we have the funny atheists. So think Ricky Gervais, George Carlin. Many a true word is spoken in jest. I think it's so important to have a sense of humor about religion, to be able to make fun, to be able to question, to be able to laugh at some of the craziness. Funny atheists might tell jokes that make people think a different way, or laugh about something and be like, man, that really is a little bit crazy. They might reach people that the nice atheists won't. As an atheist, you don't have to label yourself as any of these. And honestly, probably most of us have a little bit of all of these in us that we can, employ in conversations. I'm just making this video to make a point that all atheists don't have to behave the same way in conversations. We have informative atheists who can use data and science to refute claims made by theists. Some believers, especially those who are more educated, might be more inclined to listen to more well-educated atheists. The funny, nice, or mocking atheist might not have as much of an impact on someone who is more data-driven. We have formerly religious atheists. Someone who is a Christian is probably more likely to have a good conversation with an atheist who also used to be a Christian. Muslims with former Muslims, etc. That is, if we can avoid the no true Scotsman fallacy, which is often used. And we also have the never been religious atheists. The never been religious atheists and theists can make for some really cool conversation because they really don't see where each other are coming from. Atheists who have never been believers will talk to me and say things like, wow, I can't believe that the fear of hell was that strong in you. Let me know what you think of my list here, and which one of these would you label yourself as if you're an atheist? Do you think my list is stupid? Do you think this point is stupid? Do you agree with me that different personalities will reach different people? I don't think it's important that we have to label ourselves as any of these kinds of atheists, but I just thought it would be cool to go over the different types of atheists that I see out there in conversations with believers. I think it's unfairly assumed sometimes that atheists have to be this super well read, educated on science, know everything about the cosmos to have a conversation. All atheist means is just not believing in God. You don't have to be well versed in all things science and philosophy. I've been an atheist for 10 years, but I really didn't start digging into a lot of the arguments for God and arguments against God until about a year ago. I'm definitely still learning. If you like this video, then please like this video. For more ex-Christian and atheist content, make sure to subscribe to support the channel. If you want to support me even further, you can do so at patreon.com/JesusUnfollower. Thank you to my current patrons, Ainsley, Marissa, Leah, Robert, World of Peepers, John, and Little Shop of Jesus. Until next time, let logic and reason guide the way. Peace out. I think you should also check out one of these videos right here. It will help support the channel even further and help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020.